I'm Heather from the Oleum Effect.
And I'm Ashley from Give It Help.
Wait. No, I think you're Heather. I'm Ashley.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're Ashley. I'm Heather.
We are so similar.
I forgot.
Sometimes we get confused.
I forgot.
Hi, I'm Ashley from Give It Help.
And I'm Heather from Oleum Effect.
Okay, so Heather, how are we similar? Name one thing.
We both do hair. We drive the same car.
Same van.
Same van.
Yes.
Same minivan. Family
What
van.
year is yours?
06.
Mine too.
I talked to mine. Do you talk to yours?
Lately I have been,
I
because
talked
I'm
to
like,
mine,
you
I'm
can
like,
do it! You
So
can
good.
do
You're doing
it!
so good.
You're such an awesome man.
Yes.
You're always working for me. We both have a second car that's...
The same window doesn't roll down.
I think mine's a little more special than yours, because now 3 of the door handles don't work inside the car.
Oh, his handle fell off, or came off, snapped off the outside.
That's what happened in the inside of ours.
Yeah.
So, alright, okay, cool. But they're... we both just did that at the same time.
We're both very tall.
Tall, we like to play volleyball.
We like to play volleyball.
We both think we're kind of good at it, but we're not. Just kidding.
That's true.
We both think we're better than we are, and then we totally mess up.
In our minds, we're amazing, and
we are
look
spiking
good.
it.
And
we are
then we actually
it.
go to do it. We're like, what happened?
And we're like, what is wrong with me today?
What today? Today.
What's wrong with me today?
Yesterday I was
doing great. In my head, in my dreams, I was doing awesome. I don't know. I don't know why things changed. I mean, really.
We dream the same.
We're
We're
probably
both
post this
loud.
stuff.
We're both loud people.
We are both loud people. It's true. I think I'm the winner. As far as loudness.
Well, if you
volume
wanted to be a
goes.
contest,
I really don't.
fine.
I'd like it not to be. I'd like to.
I know I feel that way too sometimes.
Sometimes we're talking and we're like, I did that exact same thing. Like,
Yeah.
we literally are the same person. She just has this hyperactive issue to herself, and
Right.
I have this more, like,
What else?
laid back, lazy. I'm okay calling it that.
We both like hair on the floor.
Hair on the floor after doing hair, and
hair.
we don't mind walking in it.
No.
No, it's all right. We get hair slivers
Do
sometimes.
you ever find it like in your shirt? You know, you're
Do
like,
I ever not have it in my shirt?
or if you find it in your food, you're like,
Oh, well.
it's probably from a client. I know who they are. I wash their hair. I know who they are.
It's clean.
It's
It's clean. I can
it's
use this.
hair that I know. As long as it's hair that I know, it's fine.
Totally.
Doesn't bother me.
Oh man.
Why are we
The
doing
reason that we are doing these videos is because we want to educate people in a fun and uplifting way. So expect a lot of silliness,
a
a
little,
lot of laughing.
hmm but a lot of ways to use essential oils and maybe help you think outside the box.
Yeah. And really get the benefit from them. And you get a good laugh.
We hope.
Hopefully.
We think we're funny.
We're laughing.
We always have a good time.
So, Heather, I want to know, and the people want to know. How
Inquiring minds
Inquiring minds
wanna
want to know.
know.
How did you get started with oils?
I had a friend who shared with me her love for them. I was expressing to her some frustration I was having with one of my kids. She was struggling with focus in school. She was only in kindergarten, so they're normally wiggly and can't sit still. But I kind of could tell that it was a little more than just a kindergartner. And so she was telling me what they can do and how they can work, and I got really excited about it because I'm more naturally minded. But I was fearful of it because it was totally and completely unknown to me, and I
Right.
worried about the expense of it. So I did 8 months of research. 8 months.
Crazy.
I know. Every time I tell people
But
that.
hey, you did your homework, right?
I did my homework, and I found the place to be. Started using one particular oil on her, and within 1 week, the teacher noticed a dramatic difference.
That is so cool.
And we haven't looked back since. Now we're doing it with my last child. Yay.
But at least you know what to do now. Like,
Yeah. Yes.
Whereas at first it's such a learning curve, which is why we're doing these videos, because it's such a learning curve.
It took me a year.
Exactly. So if we can educate in a fun way, then maybe it won't take you as long as it took us to
Yeah.
really.
Really, because we
No,
really
the oils.
started, and we're kind of the pioneers, because essential oils became really popular, I'd say, within the last 5 years.
Yeah, totally.
I've been doing this for about 5.5, and
I've
so
been using them for 4.5.
yeah, so I think that we really can consider ourselves pioneers in the essential oil natural health industry.
Right.
And we've watched every webinar and every video and researched every website because there wasn't a lot out there.
There wasn't.
And now there is no excuse to not know about essential oils unless
cool.
you live under a rock.
Some people like to be under a rock, so it's fine too.
That's
what you
some
want.
live in their little bunker. Yeah.
But maybe because we're super silly, you'll learn a little something.
That would be fun. Okay, Ashley, now it's your turn. Tell me
Okay.
how you got into oils.
Super reluctantly. I have been using natural health my whole life with herbs and such, and we used tea tree oil when I was little, but that was for like cuts and scrapes and things like that. And so when my friend was like, here, this bottle can help you. This was a little tiny bottle. She's like, here, this little bottle can help you. And I was like, help me with what? She's like, well, you just rub it on your kids' feet. And then it helps them. And I was like, that makes no sense. I can just mix up my herb concoction and make them take yucky stuff instead.
I was going to say, didn't they have to drink gross
Yeah, they were
shots of-
drinking nasty stuff.
Ugh.
She's like, well, rub the oil on them and that'll make it better. Okay, so my husband has a chronic illness, and at the time we didn't know what it was. And he was really low, like super down in his mood, and he had no motivation to do anything. He was super sad, and my friend brought lemon oil to me and was like, here, try this lemon oil. Put a few drops in his water and have him drink it. And Adam was actually really open to oils. He was super excited about them. And I was like, you're weird.
He's got his oils, you got your herbs.
Right.
Yeah.
So he started using lemon oil in his water, and the following days were insane how different he was. He was happy, he was helpful, he was better at conversation. He had a better hopeful outlook on life. He just was Adam. He was his normal self, where I hadn't had that for a whole year since he'd had his illness start. And so I was like, oh, okay, maybe we should go ahead and purchase this. So I bought the little kit, and we went through our lemon oil, which was this big, in 2 weeks because he was using it every day. And when we ran out, he was frantically looking for more lemon oil until our lemon oil came.
Okay, Ashley, now I want to know a funny story, because we all have funny oil stories.
Yes. So hopefully by hearing my funny story, you will make the same mistake as I did. Because, I was still learning. So I'd been using oils probably a year, but I hadn't used them on me much because I thought they were just for my kids.
That's what moms do, though, anyway.
Yeah, I really hadn't used it on myself.
Here and there.
So I was in a class, and he was talking about all the different things that you can use the Home Essentials kit for. And he talked about Digestin. Digestin is really good at supporting the digestive system, but it's also really good at supporting anything that needs to be kind of broken down. So he said Digestin would be great at breaking up some of the sinus congestion that I sometimes would get. And we're in the class, and he passes this Digestin around, and he says, just put it lightly underneath your... It burns just thinking about it, okay?
I'm like, Digestin.
Yeah.
Why?
So Digestin has peppermint in it. So when he passed it around and was like, yeah, it's really good at breaking up that congestion, I was like, cool, let's do this. So I'm like, I put it on me, I put it over here, I put it by my nose. I'm like, okay, because I had it's something I kind of struggle with, is a little bit of congestion. And so I, applied liberally. Let's say that. Started burning pretty
Everything
quickly.
started burning and running. Burning and
It
running.
was digesting, okay? It was doing its job. I was ill prepared. So I put it on, and my eyes start watering. Now, one thing you'll know, and you should know now, is that if you put water on something, on an oil, it actually makes it worse. So don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So the tears from my eyes were actually burning and searing.
I never thought about that. And it carries the oil down your cheek.
My whole face, my eyes, my nose.
Yeah.
I looked like I'd been crying for 10 hours. Yeah. And so I'm sitting there trying to
keep it together
and be okay with burning. And I didn't have any napkins or Kleenex or anything to recover.
It drained well.
I definitely got some digestive action going on.
Drained well?
So in the future, make sure, because it did a great job, maybe just like a little bit with a carrier oil and then a little bit on you. Actually, I've done that since, and
At
it actually
home?
really does help.
I do it at home.
Do it at home when you have some coconut oil at hand and you don't really
And a
care if
tissue.
your mascara is running down your face.
Yeah.
So, now that I've told my funny story, what is your funny
I
story?
love my funny story. Okay, so I got my little kit in the mail. I was super excited to use these. It was late at night, kids were in bed, and I was like, I'm going to open them all and smell them. I didn't know about any of them except oregano. So I have a father-in-law who loves oregano. Oregano for everything. He's done it for years.
The oil or the
Not
herb?
the oil, the herb.
The herb.
And he may have even done the oil. Maybe he picked it up at a grocery
Okay.
store somewhere. I don't know. But all I know is oregano is really good for immune support.
System.
And like on My Big Fat Greek Wedding, the
Yeah.
grandpa with his Windex? That
Yes.
was my father-in-law and oregano.
Oregano everywhere.
Oregano everywhere. It'll do everything. And so I opened my Modern Essentials book. We call it our oil Bible, A to Z, how to use essential oils. And I looked up oregano and it gave me some suggestions as to what I could do. So it says take a teaspoon of honey and 1 drop of oregano and eat it. So I was like, oh, I can do that. I put the spoon in my mouth, pulled it out, and all of a sudden, like, I was on fire. I was on fire. I ran to drink water, and then it got hotter and hotter.
Oh my gosh, you put water.
And I'm like drooling this stuff because I'm like, and honey's like coating me.
Like, what did I do? What did I order?
This is crap. And then I remember that my friend taught me about habanero peppers, and if you get the hot in your mouth or whatever, she says make a sugar paste. So I get the sugar and I put some water in it, make this paste, and I put it all over my.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even think about milk.
Yeah,
Did
I
even
would have
think
thought about milk.
I may have. I don't think it. Maybe after the sugar paste. I
Yes.
don't remember. It's all a blur. I just knew that flames
You
were
have
coming out of my mouth. And so I'm dripping sugar stuff all the honey. I'm breathing oregano
You're a
dragon
dragon.
breath. And my kids are sleeping, so I can't really scream the way I want to. My husband, I'm embarrassed, so I don't want my husband to find out what I'm doing. So tears are streaming as I'm trying to hold him in.
Get it on your hands and rub your eyes.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I've done that. I've
Another
done that
story.
before. Another story
Another
for another
story.
time. So that's
Oh,
my
that is
funny.
hilarious. Oh my gosh, I need these in my eyes. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the oil that hooked us, personally, because
Yes.
we know how we got started with oils, but for me it took a year or so before I was
Really?
hooked.
Okay, so what was yours?
Okay, so my husband, we found out that he had this blood disorder, and he'd get these major leg twitches and just be in pain, and it just was super uncomfortable. And I would take oils and massage them. So I took Balance oil and Aromatouch and frankincense and some lotion and some coconut oil, and I would massage his legs and just really massage his foot and really try to calm him down. And in the process, I would be inhaling these oils as well, which was nice. It made the whole room smell good, so it didn't smell like a hospital. It smelled.
All the nurses would come in. They're like,
Yes. Everybody's like,
They would
wow, it
come
smells
hang out in your room.
amazing in here. And I'm like, yeah, it's these oils, So, oh my gosh, I need these in my eyes. Like I said, why does not everybody want these?
I don't understand.
The real test of this was that in the time of my life that it was absolutely horrific. My husband was paralyzed in a hospital bed for 2 weeks. We didn't know what was wrong with him. And then after that, he went to a rehab center for 3 weeks to learn how to walk again. He didn't know how to walk.
Holy cow.
He couldn't go up our stairs. He could not walk. So for 5 weeks, my husband was in a hospital of some sort. And I have 3 babies at home
Yeah, they
waiting
were
for
little.
me. They were 5, 3, and just turned 1 while we were in the hospital. If you'd known me at that time, you probably wouldn't have known that I was going through such a hard time, because I literally was, my mood was happy. I had a positive, hopeful outlook. I honestly have never felt more emotionally stable than at the time that he was in the hospital. And it wasn't until I wasn't massaging him 4 to 5 times a day with these oils that I realized what they were doing for me emotionally. And that's when I quickly implemented them back into my own regimen, because I needed that aroma. I needed that support for my own emotional health.
Mine was all physical.
Mm-hmm.
And within the last year I've learned about the emotional side of it, and very, very powerful.
Yeah, it really is. And what hooked you?
Oh, this is an easy one. Oh, this beautiful bottle called Serenity. So I'm not a sleeper. I've never been a sleeper my whole life. Even on medication, not the best sleeper. It would help though. I even got to a point where I was having babies and not getting enough sleep. I was going cuckoo. So I got on more medication because I was going nuts. And I had to survive.
Had to give you.
So, and I just thought, I just need sleep. As a teenager, you can handle not having sleep. I think it's normal. You know, your life is much different when you become a parent.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And so I wasn't handling it very well. So
I was going to say, can I get a what from all the moms out there?
Totally. Not handling this well at all.
No.
The screaming, the yelling, the crying, the disheveled hair and pajamas all day. Eating.
Yeah.
Eating. Just to stay awake.
Happens.
Anyway, so this beautiful little bottle, all I did was put a drop on the bottom of my feet and the back of my neck. Because in my mind, from what I knew at the time, I wanted to shut my brain down and I wanted my nervous system to relax. Because I would toss and turn, and then I would think. And it worked amazingly. Like, I slept...
That first night?
First night. Done. And so for several months, I went on like that. And then I decided, I would try and get off the medication. I just want to, I stuck with it for 3 weeks, but I was not getting the sleep that I had been getting. What it was doing was it was relaxing my body, but I was not going into that REM sleep. So I went back on a very low dose of this medication, and I used this, and the combination is incredible. You can use both. There's nothing wrong with using both. I mean, I go to these first. I go to the oils first, always. And if I need some extra support, I'll, try something else. And more than likely, these do the job. But the combination, fantastic.
Well, and I think that's the point that we want to make in these videos too, is that both of the stories that hooked us had to do with using modern medicine and our natural health together. And I think there needs to be a marrying of that. There's definitely times when I just use natural, and there's also times when I turn to modern medicine. And I love that we have both tools. So really, using them together sometimes is the sweet spot. Don't be afraid of that.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I need these in my life!
Okay, so our video series is going to be natural much. Hashtag
natural much.
And so we are excited and look forward to doing more of these. If you want anything specific, send us a message and let us know.
Totally.
And maybe we'll come up with a fun little skit or something ridiculous. I don't know. I have visions of doing crazy stuff. Lots of ideas. But the editing part of the movies is where we're struggling.
Anybody an editor out there?
Old ladies and computers, figuring it out on our own.
I am not as old as
Shut up, I know. Dang it. Dang it. Do you not use Immortel every day? I use Immortel every day. Whatever. You just wait. That first wrinkle will show up and you'll be all over Immortel. Yeah, whatever. I'm old.
Oh, gosh.
I like that I'm old.
It's totally cool.
With wisdom.
Yeah.
With age comes wisdom.
That's what the old people say.
I just wish all of this
feel better.
would not come with the wisdom. We don't need it. Took all that.
Have you seen that? My Big Fat Greek Wedding too? They go like this.
Oh yeah, they believe you. Oh yeah, let's take a picture. Ready?
Thanks for watching and expect a video every week. Bye!